Okay, hey, and good morning. Making another video about the solar oven. Now, some of you may be aware with new solar oven brand ovens, and you say, I haven't seen that one on the website. Well, this is an older model. This is actually the first guy who started the company. This is an older model. So it has some different things. It's got a prop leg down in the front that you might notice, and it's got a different style stand on the back. This morning, it's the 31st of January 2017, and according to the Weather Service, it's 56 degrees. And I'm going to make this video and probably one or two more going a little more in depth about how to set up the solar oven, because it's not just set it and forget it. This is not a Ronco thing. There's just a little bit of science, but after a lot of trial and error, I've made it simple. At least I think it's simple. So just going to go over a few things. I just put the oven out there in the sun, so it's what I consider cold. I mean, it's ambient temperature. Anytime you start off, you're going to be at ambient temperature. The oven's not going to be any colder or any hotter. I had it sitting on my porch in the shade, so it's 56 degrees. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you around, and we're going to look together at how I've positioned this and why I positioned it the way I did. First off, because it's January, I'm in Florida. Now I've got the sun. I didn't do it. The sun is in the southern hemisphere, and my house faces east and west. And whenever working with things with the sun, if you haven't been taking time to notice where the sun, how can I say, its course over your property, from where it rises to where it sets, in what hemisphere, winter, the sun will be in the southern hemisphere, and the summer, the sun, if you're in North America, the sun is going to be in the northern hemisphere in the summer, and it's more direct over our heads. So you wouldn't have, in the summertime, you wouldn't have the oven as pronounced pointing like it is, because in the summertime the sun's almost over my head, so I wouldn't have it as propped up. I wouldn't have it as pronounced. But being as it's quote unquote winter for us people here in Florida, and the sun is in the southern hemisphere, so I've got it angled quite a bit, so that the back is up quite a bit, and then the front is down quite a bit with the prop stand. Okay, so that explains why I have it tilted the way I do, because we want this thing as much head on with the sun as we can get it, as we can figure out, because that's going to give you the most amount of heat energy inside your oven. Today is a beautiful, clear day. As you can see, there's almost no clouds. I mean, other than the chemical haze, that's what we got. But, so this is a picture-perfect day for solar oven use. Not every day is going to be good for solar oven use. The Sun Oven Company say if you can cast a shadow, then there's enough sun to at least even warm foods. But on a day like today, it's picture perfect clear, and today we could do anything we want. We can warm, we can cook, we can bake. Why is this important to me? Am I happy about being in the kitchen? I see it as utilizing what God gives us. As a Christian, part of what I believe I am meant to do while on this earth is I am to be a good steward of the things which God gives us. From the time He created the earth, the sun and the moon, the stars, the waters on the earth, they're all for us. We weren't meant to pay the power company for everything that goes on our table and in our mouths. We can utilize what God gives us to the best of our ability. If not to do everything we need, we can use it to at least offset our living costs. And to me, that's part of the Christian thing, is how can I take what I know and share it with others so they don't have to be so lashed down. Okay, so moving on. All right, so as you can see already, I've got a nice shadow going on my solar oven. And what this does, by looking at the back of the oven, if you notice, if you're standing straight in the back and you notice over to the right, there's a little more of a shadow than there is over here on the left. Consider that like a sundial. Okay, now the arc of the sun, and let me get something. Walk with me, number one. Okay, I'm going to put a pair of sunglasses over the lens so we can look up a little bit. Okay, so looking up, I'm not going to put you right in the sun because that'd kill you, but the sun is like boom, it's like right there. Alright, so I'll just say that we are as close to on the mark with the sun as we can get. Alright, so the sun is traveling that ways east, and then up, and then to the west. Okay, so the sun goes down. When the sun goes down around 4:30, 5 o'clock, it's in that part of my sky. So the sun's arc is this way. Now, considering the sun's arc and where it goes, when I'm looking at my oven, I can fine-tune it. Alright, now this is one of the basic things, and this is where I'm going to go for now with this video, because I don't want to go too long. Alright, so the other adjustment is going to be adjusting the tilt. Now, I'm going to try to show you. I made a device, and if you want to go to the company website, they have a fancy tool, but I made a device out of a piece of toilet paper roll, put a nice quarter-size hole in it so I can see a shadow, and then up inside, I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to put it smack dab in the center of my oven, and when we try to look inside, I don't know exactly where we're looking. And there's a shadow. There's a light. Now I'm going to lift this up so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see that hole. You see the hole and you see the light that's coming through it onto the back of the roll. This is how you can understand if you need to tilt forward or if you need to tilt it back, because you want to get that sunspot like smack dab in the middle of that roll. So doing that, putting it on the front of the solar oven, you can adjust the tilt of the oven using this device to angle your oven so that the sun's light is going smack dab in the middle of that oven. Okay, I'm going to have to cut it here, and I'll come back with another video. Thanks.